I don't even know how to properly classify or describe or otherwise acknowledge this new trash element, like verbally, without getting demonetized. Wow, the swearing and insults will be especially filthy with this girl. You know what? Just read the screen, okay? Just read the screen. That's nice. That's great. All right, that's a new protagonist we could have used, I guess. You see, I guess. Welcome back to welcome back to whatever the hell this is. I hope you're having a great day today. Let's try the Bandit Curse Nudity, Parent Fingal Curse Nudity. You know what? Let's take a break from the nudity just for a second and take the Criminal Gang Divorce Evil Witch. All right, let's try that one for a little while, because yeah, that's that's crazy. After that, I think I've had too much of it. I need a little bit of a break from the nudity at this point. Wendy Graham getting beaten. Man, they are just going after me for that. Got a new recipe. This is, again, another annoying suitor. We're trying to locate this. A curse and a crime of necessity for Joe Lowe. Parent figure City Siege Long Journey. Okay. So we got a lot of different recipes here. Weren't able to find it, really. Repeat it. Very high chance of success here. Right, Herbert? What do you have? What's your chance of success on this? It's way over 50%. All right, distribution department, we can now print in 3 weeks. We're able to just print really quick if we want to. And do I want to do anything else? Hush scandal for IP, aid for the homeless. Okay, I mean, that's better than the surprise wedding visit, maybe. I don't know. It's only 50 days, so I would just do it. It gives us more options for dirty tricks, so I'll do that. Not really interested in the factory stuff right now. And still waiting for my other film here to finish up. Last 5 sunsets, we could do this. It's only 16% of this, but it's surprisingly making quite a bit of money. I guess I just overdone. Yeah, I overdid the screenings for this. That's fine. Come down about like this. That's fine. We have a little bit of advertising that's going to spill over that we've already paid for. So there we go. Once the 6th attempt is done, we're going to do Shaken Not Stirred. And we'll do a bunch of other films that have just like really great locations at that point. Okay, so Eye for an Eye ends up being an A+ movie. 9.0, 8.5 artistic. Basically nobody rating this well because of the whole women in a detective role thing, I guess. Jacob Gutman, Sword of Christ, says a woman's job is to please her husband and look after the children and not prance around in trousers for the cameras. Wow. I'm going to read all of them. Cornelius Schroeder, Exquisite Cinematique, says we always support creative challenges and provocations, but this film, in turning a woman into a man, laughs in the face of a viewer's tastes. Okay. Jeanette Foley, Southern Night, a woman, says the heroine of this film could never serve as a model. The sophisticated woman. As a model, the sophisticated woman. You know what? You could never serve as a good journalist who can actually do grammar well. There you go. I said do grammar well. Eat that one. Bone Grinder loves it, of course. The female detective is not some idle frivolity. Everyone who has read a few books in their life knows about female detectives. Sadly, this doesn't apply to the average American who approaches the very suggestion with hostility. Evidently, a general decline in intelligence and education is to blame. I agree. Gosh. Inaccurate beliefs. Roy Cox from Fun Times says there's a female heroine in this movie who would never want to know better. Sorry. Now it's my bad. There's a female heroine in this movie who you would never want to know better under any circumstances. Utter nonsense. And then Harold Bell from the Never-Ending Adventure says, how does this make sense? A woman acting like a man isn't a movie. More like some kind of absurdity. Yet, I still get an A+. And I will make millions of dollars. So, you know what? Suck it, 1944 America. There you go. Eat your heart out, Eye for an Eye. We're going to win awards with this thing. There it is. Boom. Oh, Rafael Gonzalez is dead. I wasn't really using you anymore. Yeah. Just wasn't really using you. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Look at the... Yeah. First week. Boom. 100% attendance on 27,000 screenings. Suck it, writers. Misogynists. Alone in the Ocean. Going to be an 8.0. Just pinned. It was 8 the entire way. From pre-production all the way through. It's just yet another movie limited by the script. Okay, we'll put you... I can print in 3 weeks now. I mean, I can print in 3 weeks now. I can print in 2 weeks now. Why does it say 4 weeks? I just got the upgrade that lets me print in 3 weeks, but now it says 4 weeks. Huh. I mean, it used to say 6 weeks, but the research said 3 weeks. I'm all it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We're just going to say 8.0. Let's put like 21,000 screenings on that. We'll go maybe 18 here. Let's come down to 15 here, and let's go 11.2 here. It's fine. We can release movies very fast is what this means. I'll go 2 over because I know I'm going to do it again. All right, so this one's going to be very well accepted by young men, men, and women. Interesting. Young men, men, and women. We can just do this. We could just do this. It's going to be very well accepted by all of them. So, Alone in the Ocean. Yeah. It's going to be great. Let's go ahead. I think that's very well targeted. Let's see if we can't spice it up a little bit here. Solomon? No. Tom Norris? No. Scott? Damn you. Damn you, people. Damn you and your morals. All right. Fine. What else we got? Speaking of morals, 1 day on searching for trash. 1 day left on a couple of elements here. Searching for trash. Hold a banquet. Here we go. Done. This one says ready. Researching trash element ready. Trick didn't work for eye for an eye. Oh, Charlie Graham. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we already made a lot of money for that. It's okay. I think this one can go. Time to send that to archive. All right, then. 6th attempt, finally complete. I can put that cinematographer on my international James Bond-esque movie with amazing locations now. Okay. It'll be my first movie made with amazing locations, although I really, really wish I had 10 elements. I just don't. It's a sad, sad tale. We'll go amazing production in hopes that we can bump that 6 point whatever. That garbage, that injustice of a popcorn score. We can want to boost that up a little bit if we can. And then Shaken Not Stirred. Here we go. Ralph Taylor, award-winning cinematographer Ralph Taylor, can now get amazing locations. Look at that. I'm going to put so many good things in front of your camera, sir. It is all up to you now. Everything about this is your fault now. Maybe you could blame me for the crew. Maybe you could blame me for not having enough extras, but you can't blame me for locations anymore. Director, Norman Schroeder, is 9.9 self. It's going to be you. Our retired legend. I need my James Bond. Who is my Bond? Harry kind of looks the role. Kind of. Fred could play it too. Both are acceptable. Let me see what kind of traits we have here. Ambush, thrilling chase, antagonist gets punished. I don't think we really have... None of these guys are going to be retired legend. I mean, we're supposed to be retired, right? So maybe Edward Peterson is the guy. I mean, he kind of looks more like a Bond villain than a Bond. I'm not going to use Charlie. He doesn't look like it either. Retired legend. I mean, I feel like you got to have an older guy, but I don't know. Femme Fatale. Let's pick this first. We're going to bring Nelly into this because she's got that true artist superstar to her. Love it. Villain's right hand. I could make this... actually, I think the old friend turned enemy could be Edward. Yeah, and then the villain's right hand. We can make that Charlie. So our retired legend is really it. Who's my Bond? Is there a better Bond here? Definitely not going to use Bobby. I could see Harvey Jackson being the guy, but he won't work with me anymore. 32, because he's 47. That's pretty old for, you know, Bond. That's pretty good for a Bond age as a retired legend. Maybe not so much not quite there, but, you know, he's getting up there in years. Okay, well, I mean, we're just going to have to play this out. So I'm going to go with Harry. I think he looks the part. I don't like it that he's lazy, though. See, that's kind of turning me off there. Drama action. This is a thriller action. This guy at least has action. So, you know what? It's going to be Fred. Fred, you're going to be our retired legend. I don't know why that works, but you know what? Old enemies. It doesn't really work, does it? It really doesn't work. It should be Charlie or Edward, but because like it's old friend, right? They're basically the same age, but the game is going to penalize me for having an old guy as my protagonist. It's going to bring down the quality of the movie. You got to have a young guy here. I don't know why. That's just the way they did it. I don't agree with it, but maybe that's the way it was in the 40s and 30s and 40s. Just the way it goes. Eye for an Eye doing exceptionally well. Just saying, 17 million in profit in a single month. 46% of attendance still in. We're still getting like 7,000 people in there. So let's go 67. Let's go down to 61. We'll bring this down to like 54, and let's go up to like say 44. And yeah, we'll just really drive it home. I'll fully invest in advertising all the way through. Sure. We'll make sure that all those journalists know that the world has moved past their dogma, their misogyny. I don't know. I still like, I realized that I said I was interested in like that whole all-female challenge run, right? Speaking of, hey, Erky Campbell, 19 years old, uncapped, and cheap. Uncapped and cheap is good. All 5 years for $100,000. New talent, right? She's 19 years old. New talent. And you know what we'll do with that new talent? We're going to throw it into film school right away. Yep. Right away. Where is she? 5.0, right? So she's down here somewhere. Right here. Yeah. You know what? We'll take the chance. We'll roll the dice. Flip the coin. Yes, we'll flip the coin. Only 3 days on her masterclass, but this is a guarantee. So she's about to be a 7. And then we'll just throw her in there and repeat it again and again. We'll just repeat it over and over again until I get the achievement. Okay, Alone in the Ocean is done. This one has pretty well for this exquisite cinematique. Again, just limited by the script. Everything just pinned to 8 all the time. It's an A. It's going to do well. Let's go ahead and get it released. And we'll see just how much money it makes. So obviously the training was successful with Wendy Carpenter because it was guaranteed. We're going to do the same thing again. Come back over. And it'll only take another 1.5 years. Unless I risk it for biscuit. But I'm not. I'm just gonna guarantee it. It's okay. Another 1.5 years and we'll have a 10-star Wendy Carpenter. And that's great. My dice roll worked really well. My coin flip, God, whatever, you know. I've been watching. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been watching, and I've never been someone who could really play the game. I just don't have the time. Okay, but I've been watching Critical Role. I know most of you guys are like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So like in my head, I've got rolling dice, all right, instead of flipping coins, all right. It's just in my head. I'm sorry, just the way it is. I'm gonna roll flip the coin for you again and make you a 9.0, hopefully. My distribution department now has aid for the homeless. Raise awareness for the film. The cast can temporarily accommodate homeless families in the empty rooms of their homes. Oh, yeah, right. Payments of debts. Yeah, to raise awareness for the film, the cast can pay off the debts of people at the end of their ropes. Okay. Gives me more options. Maybe should have done this one. I would maybe like to see how this works. I've been told in the comments repetitively that this is less helpful than I thought it was, so I kind of avoided doing it. Competitor actors, I think there's really no reason for me to do this. Maybe there is some benefit to it, right? Like I'm sure there's some benefit to it, but it's like opportunity cost of not having something else with that time. That's where I think maybe it's not worth it. So I didn't bother with this because I didn't think this was as useful as other things for the same amount of time. We have a new trash element. Cannibal Woman's Book Club. Well, at least it's not a talking vajayjay. Okay? At least it's not a cursed talking vajayjay. You know what? How about the romance guy? We'll have you come up with something here. Let me see. Bandit cursed nudity. You know what? Fine. Bandit cursed nudity. Let's just Let's just figure out what it is, okay? Let's get this off. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Eye for an Eye doing stellar. 22.5 million plus profit. 88% attendance still on 4,400 showings. So we're going to go in and say 4,300 showings there. Actually, no, we'll go down. It's 88, right? So we'll go like 3,200 here, 2,700 here, 2,100 here, and 1,900 here. I don't think I'm going to refresh the ads at this point. It's only half effective, but it's a very profitable film, and that's okay. Felix, you're absolutely not getting 54,000 a month. You can ask me all over and over again if you'd like to. It's not happening, and if you keep pestering me about it, I got plenty of promising talent that I have decided not to hire. I could just get rid of you. You're really not writing scripts anymore anyway. We're just finding elements at this point. Production department, now we get double experience for directors, actors, and cinematographers. At this point, I think maybe it's better to throw Wendy into a movie, or throw Charlie into a movie, right? At this point, that's where that is, because now we're getting double experience. So that's even better now. So anyone that's had their limits lifted at this point, putting them in movies might be more effective with that time. Since it only takes maybe 100 days to shoot a movie, you could potentially shoot 2 movies in that same 240 days and have a guaranteed experience as opposed to a 50-50. So that's pretty nice. We're going to do a emergency search for extras. Doesn't matter. 500 days. You know what? We don't even have high service level anymore. Also, I would like to know how big the level 4 sound stages are, but it's impossible for me to do it by the end of the game. So, okay, maybe not impossible. It's not impossible to do it by the end of the game. So I kind of want to see what it is. Exceptional level of service. This doesn't give me anything new on the map. This does. And I want to see how big this is. So you know what? We're going to spend the 400 grand and make that 2,800 days away. Good luck. Ugh. All right, Lone in the Ocean doing pretty well too. Half of this, so we're up to about 6,000 or so showings. We can bring this down to 5,300, 46, and 37 is fine. Just kind of rough numbers. We don't have to be super technical about it. And off we go. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. This is mostly just like churning through movies at this point. So I'm gonna zoom you guys ahead so that we can see maybe the next Pollux. I don't think we're gonna sweep that one because I'm not making enough movies. But hey, these have been pretty good. Eye for an Eye could win some awards here, and that would be a great FU to all those people that hated on it. This is also, I feel like this is lingering because it says 1 day, and they've said 1 day for a very long time at this point. So I feel like these are lingering. Maybe not. Maybe not. You guys don't seem like you're actually looking for it. I can't research. There are no new recipes. I've found them all, I guess. Look at this. 95% attendance. I nailed that. 25,000 or 25 million. That was great. Do it again. Right? We'll bring it down. Right? We're gonna have less people watching, but we'll just leave it in theaters again. Sure. There you go. 6th attempt. Ready on the 4th attempt. Still not great. I think it was actually better the first time. It had a better popcorn score the first time. Better artistic score this time, though. We're going to release it anyway. It's all good. I know I was going to zoom you ahead, and then it's movies that we've been following, so I just wanted to include them. We really don't have a whole lot of prospects of getting a great showing for this, so whatever. I'll just set the ads and stuff, and we'll leave. We'll go from there, okay? So there you go. See you guys in a second. So they're trying to vote on limiting the security agents, and I'm going to be first. Great. Isn't that great? I'm going to be first. They're making me be first. And I mean, I've got 5,700 influence. It's just how much am I going to spend to prevent this nonsense from occurring, you know? Let's just come down, bring that down, bring this down, bring this down. It's kind of all about the same amount of views per week there. Let's go ahead and confirm that. We're still in October. Not a lot of stuff is going past here. And now they're going to try to add, ooh, you sneaky bastards. So they're trying, we're going to add an element. And to make sure he's out of influence before we do this, we're going to try to also limit to the security agents. How much is he going to spend on each one of these? I think there's something that triggers in this game. I've had this suspicion for a while, but I don't know if this is true. I have the suspicion that they add more things to the code, or rather they prompt more votes when you have more influence. Like the more influence you have to spend, it just constantly, it's there to give you something to spend it on, I think is what they're doing here. So I obviously don't want this to be added to the code, and I can see that there are a couple that are going to help me out here. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go 1,000 and see what happens. There are a couple that's going to help me here. So let's see. We'll confirm this. That's a huge hit. Wow. But again, there's a couple that are going to help me here. And that'll work. Okay. So like I still have 4,700 left to fight that other thing, which is way more devastating. So we'll see what that does in a second, because they're about to vote on it. Trading for Donald Hammondfield. We'll just repeat it. We'll go guarantees. Oh, I don't need it because I just put him in movies now. Ugh. Whoops. All right, limited the number of security agents. So I have no idea what they're going to put into this, but I cannot operate if they do this. I have, I think, 42 security agents. Maybe it was 32. Either way, I have way more than 10. Okay, so I need this to just fail. So I'm going to go like 1,800. A lot of these guys are going to want this, so I'm probably going to have to overspend on this. Let's go 2,400. Let's put 2,400 into this, because they're going to make me spend, I think. There's Gernstein hitting it. Okay, that's this. Okay, I overspent, but that's fine. It's very important that this does not happen, and I have so much more influence to go. All right, and then I just got 500 more from the banquet. Like, this is, it's not a big deal to overspend on that stuff. All right, so I think these are bugged, because there's nothing going on here other than this right here. And this should be like one icon, but these are saying 1 day left, 1 day left. And I'm worried that maybe it's taking my writers out of commission here. But when I go to my list of writers, some of these guys are just basically saying they have nothing to do. They're not going to find any elements because there's just nothing left to find, except for that one supporting character, which we don't have. So I'll put one of them on the supporting character, but yeah. Eye for an Eye is finally done. It went an entire month without having anyone, and no one came in. That's weird, but 25.3 million is what it ended up making. That top 3 most profitable movie ever, with a whole bunch of reviewers giving it a 1-star rating. So I think that's okay. Payment of debts is done now too, and this might be the last one I go and do from this department. 1944, it's October. I mean, do we see whether this is worth anything? Let's just do this. I have, like I said, a lot of influence. Let's just do this. 720 days later, I don't think we're gonna get it. It's just, I don't know if I'm playing all the way to 1949. And I don't want to seem like I don't want to seem like I want to quit. I don't want to quit Hollywood Animal, right? I want to take it all the way to 1949. My issue is with my time and the budget of my time. So what I probably will do, as you guys are already noticing here, I think, is I'll probably just do like one Hollywood Animal video a week kind of thing. Like I'll just keep pushing them out, but slower than everything else, because everything else is paying the bills, as they say. It seems it's not only is it more entertaining to me, but also it's like carrying the channel. So other things are carrying the channel. All right, she is very expensive, but I'm gonna keep her attached to me because I can afford it, and because it's I want to see also. So the villa is only 250. I'm gonna set you up in this gigantic villa, and it's only worth 250. It's just not worth going down these paths. Like, these gifts are just not meaningful. 5 years, 634,000. I guess I could set you up in that villa, and then instead of 634, it's 609. Okay, I guess the big savings here is happening because of being a behemoth. Yeah, and the collaboration is helping too. But we'll have her for 5 years, which is the remainder of the game. So it's fine. Let's see, gross. I think you're done. Alone in the Ocean is done too. Onwards. And 7.8 producer. Take a hike. So it's all good. I have enough producers. We'll be fine. Training is successful, and finally, Donald Pierce can be the shining star he's always wanted to be. Finally, it's about time. All right, let's see. I mean, it's only 1 star, but it's Alice. I've been working with Alice for a long time, and I kind of feel like I want Alice to be uncapped as well. I know it's only 1 star, but whatever. Who else do I really want? Russell Ramsey's still at war. Yep. His skill ceiling is lifted now. That's good. Owen, I don't really care too much about. Bill Horton, I've been using you for a long time too. Let's put you in here. And what else can we do? Who else can we lift up? Bill Ramsey as well. Like I've been using these guys for a long time. On the master class set of it, I think we can probably do like a guarantee for Gertrude. You know what? We can just here. I know, put them in movies instead, but I want to play test this, right? So for Gertrude, we're gonna put her in for the 2-star try, okay? And then for Nellie, who has the exact same thing as she does, we're gonna get a movie. We're gonna put her in films. If I have a female protagonist, which I don't seem to have, by scripts. Male character. So yeah, the charismatic criminal is interesting. These scripts aren't that good, so I kind of don't care. So story workshop then. Let's do it. And we're gonna call this Oh Nelly. I would use an exclamation point there, but I can't. We'll make this an action comedy. That seems kind of interesting to me. And the 65-35 is pretty good. And we'll make this a comedy that takes place, let's say... yeah, for this one, how about a utopian futuristic city in a comedy? I don't know about that one. These are older settings. I'm trying to do like newer settings and stuff, but I don't really want to do the comedy for the West Pacific or the Wild West. It's a female, it's protagonist. So I'm thinking utopian futuristic city. All right, so for this, it's a comedy role for a female, and maybe the spirited young lady could do it. Personal flies in the stereotype, maybe. Wayward soul, outcast knight, lovable rogue has to be a man. Hopeless romantic. It would have to be. I could put some romance in the movie, but maybe not. Daring adventurer, charismatic criminal. She could be a charismatic criminal. I think the ambitious woman just fits here. It's just not typically for comedy, but we might be able to use it. I think Coleman will have a problem with that. Maybe. I'm trying to play this for what the game likes. But who cares what the game likes? Ambitious woman is fine here. And then we could do, let's say, for an antagonist, or it's an action movie, right? So maybe she's going up against not a pirate, not for this setting. We could have her going up against it could be an alien. It really could be an alien. We could do some sci-fi stuff here. If I do that, then I kind of need to add science fiction to this. So it kind of becomes the triple genre about like this. I think I'm all right with that still. We're just going to put the alien in there, and now we have science fiction as the genre. For supporting characters, yeah, well, sidekick is, that's going to happen. Villain's right-hand man, I think is going to happen. We could have maybe brother in arms probably doesn't work here. Maybe a mysterious guide. And then on the themes and events, let's put do we want a magical lesson? Maybe supernatural stuff with aliens. It's sci-fi. We could try it. Just try some of these things we haven't done before is kind of what I'm on about. Catchy one-liners is great for the comedy element for this. And what else haven't we done before? What's something that has been in here, but I just don't use it? I mean, tank combat, but this is a little bit past that. Vivid violence, no, not for this. Thrilling chase, not really for this. Wizard war, what? This must be from the... I'm not... I know what Wizard War is. I'm just wondering why it's against the code. Is it because it's like the supernatural stuff? Because we have aliens and magic. We have wizards that have been available the whole time. So why is this against the code? I don't remember them ever doing that. So I think this is just flat out starts out against the code. It's weird. It's just weird. What do I not use very often here? Mysterious Guide. One Last Job. Maybe Highly Festive. You could try that. We don't really use that much. Fragmented Narrative. Yes, that. Oh, God, yes. Please do that. It's going to be weird for it to be in a comedy, but it can work. It can work. And then for the finale for this, we could say that everyone learns a lesson. I don't know. Everyone learns the lesson for this. And who's my writers? Wow. Good news is I only have 6 writers, so hiring a freelancer is totally fine. And this is an action comedy sci-fi. Action comedy sci-fi. Felix? Wow, you are going to charge me 288 days, and I'm going to pay you $700,000 for every month? Yeah, no thanks. Why? Why is Felix in the freelancers list? Hold on here. Send this to archive really quick. Felix, why are you in the freelancers? Oh, did he quit? He did quit. I only have 6 writers. He did quit. He decided to quit. Well, in this case, hey, Alton Robinson is here. He's a xenophobe, but he loves science fiction. That's interesting. Want to work for me? That's my 7th writer. He's not in the list. Why is he not in the list? There he is. It's my 7th writer. Can I have you write this for me? It's a good script for you. 127? Sounds good. And there you go. New trash element. Robber with 1,000 penises. What? Who watches these things? A criminal whose entire body is covered in peckers of various sizes and shapes. Okay. 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 Sure. You go for it, Trash Studio. Okay, look at this. Herman wins 1 award, finally gets his award, and now he's like, all right, all these years of service, pay up. 1.86 million. You deserve it, buddy. You deserve it. I'm going to give it to you. There's no negotiations on my part, mostly because the game really doesn't let me negotiate. Here's this. I mean, it does, right? It's just telling you what they're willing to accept without you going back and forth to find out. I don't like that. I wish it would give me ways to like interact with it and find out. But I think the balance here is that the game is so long that if they did that, it would just prolong the game and you would be in negotiations a much higher percentage of the time than you already are. So that's probably why they didn't do it. I think a lot of times when I make these comments about the things I'd like to change about certain things, it's from the standpoint of someone looking at that one feature and not from the standpoint of someone looking at the entire game. A lot of times it's like that, I admit. And it's like, yeah, you're looking at one single element and saying, man, it'd be cool if it did this instead, without thinking about how that affects the overall experience of playing the whole game. And in that situation right there, I at least can look at it and go, you know what? That would double the playtime. And maybe that's not a bad thing, but I think it probably is a bad thing. Look at all these guys in film school. My gosh. All right, so this is a coin flip to see if he gets to 9 stars, and then from there I'll let him be in a movie. But I think most of these actors just need to get into movies in order to level themselves up now, because they get double the experience. How about Tripped on Sunday? I'm almost out of scripts in my my shelf here, you know? We're getting there. Almost there. This movie here doesn't really need to have the super great stuff. We can just let this guy do it. I mean, he's still pretty good, but we're going to give him a soundstage for this. And we can go like this. I don't think I mean, it could be an 8. Whatever. Maybe we can get it up to an 8 by doing this. Anthony Graham, you're in. Mike Martin, it's your last movie. I'd rather not do that. Paul, you can do it. Clumsy Oaf. Clumsy oaf. Clumsy oaf. Oh, Tom. Tom, with your 106 days, sir. Darn you. I'm going to have to pay you again. I spent your entire time under contract training you to get rid of this. It took me 3 tries to get this off of you. It sucks. Walter, you're in. Damsel in distress. Let's put Jane in there. She hasn't been in very many movies. Mentor could be Donald. He's only got 15 days left. Sorry. It's fine. Scott Fuller is lazy, though. Anthony. Anthony's a 33-year-old man. You know what? I'm going to change this. Anthony's going to be my star because he's got that star power. Yeah. Anthony's got the star. So let's do that. The mentor can be Walter. And then the sidekick is Scott Fuller. All right. Seems fine. Probably won't get maximum because of who I've picked for the movies, but it's okay. Now, I've also started production on The Grove. This movie, just to remind people how it works, this is a horror thriller movie, right? I'm a little bit late on it. I wasn't able to get it by Halloween or whatever, but I'm just going to finish it. And then I'm going to release it on I'll release it on next Halloween. Right? But this one is The Last Survivor against an ancient evil, and there's some generous profanity in this. Yeah, we got Carl Hudson acting in this with Solomon Lang, some Harry Larson, and Vivian Patterson. Which Vivian is not in the best of moods. Vivian, can I improve your mood? I might be wrong on the wardrobe. I could have swore we were getting this in waves. I might be wrong on the wardrobe. I might be. Because I think we should have had one by now. Is that really the case? I could have swore we were getting this in bulk. We were getting this in waves before. But I think that's not true anymore. Maybe it was never true and I just wrong. Huh. I would have suspected that we had like at least 5 of these by now. Okay. I mean, I can always admit when I'm wrong, you know? Because it looks like I'm wrong, so I'm going to say I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and archive this. Maybe it's like a half now, half later thing. God, I could have swore I got them before. All right, anyway. Life in a Barrel has a problem because Willard Berry was hospitalized after being beaten. We might have to replace him in Life in a Barrel. And Willard Berry is my director, right? Yes, Willard Berry is my director. So if I just get a new director, how about Mike Martin? You can do it, Mike. Mike will improve the movie. All right, Donald's contract is up. We're going to put him in movies anyway to improve him. 1.2 million is fine for you. 5 years. And we're going to stop making 5-year contracts now because there's no point. So at this point, we're going to stop doing that because they will not be with us for 5 years. It'll be a 4-year contract at this point. $227,000. There you go. Because there's only 4 years left in the game. I don't need this. I don't need the factory stuff. Those are fine. I want to make the movies I want to make. It's fine. So financial results here coming in. It's January 1945. This is the year the war will end. Very, very soon here. And if we take a look at our annual report here, again, topping all of Gernstein, having having doubled our money. Yep. We are flying ahead of them. We are dominating the box office. I have 8 of the top 10. That's crazy. I have 7, 8, and 9 on critical acclaim. Didn't do very well on the artistic side of things. Still need to work on that. And then Eye for an Eye, guys. Look at that. The movie that everyone said, no, this is bad. We can't do it. It's the favorite movie of the year. The only A+ of the whole year. Suck it, Gernstein. Ulrich Benson. You know what? This is the distribution department. It's not that important. It's only how they get our movies. No big deal. We'll just upgrade it there. Script department. Now, this one, I would love to speed things up. Man, would I love to. I'm going to put influence on that one. That one's fine. Come on now. All right, so now we got to go through, all these established things because we topped the box office. Yada, yada, yada. I'll see you guys in a second. Although I will point out that Jane Fisher is now established in this role that people said she shouldn't be able to play. So again, suck it, Gernstein. A few hours later. The problem with dominating the box office is having to sit through, no exaggeration, I think 30 of those windows. Very crazy stuff. We will pay the head of all these departments more money. That is okay. We have now found the annoying suitor. Well done, Herbert Ford. After having 4 attempts with an 80% chance of success, you managed to find the story element that we were missing. And I believe that is the final story element, I think. I don't believe there's anything else out there, but we can keep searching. But like over and over and over again for random finds, it did not find it. I'm looking to lift limits here. Maybe we could lift Opal. She's 42. Della Kester is a little old for lifting her limits. Teaching old dogs new tricks. I'll see about lifting Opal here. And then I think masterclass is no longer necessary. We can get paid to train them faster with the double XP. So let's see how that goes. I want to put Nelly in a movie, remember? And we don't have one, so we're waiting for that. Yeah. But I want to see just how much experience are these guys going to get when they're in a movie, right? When they're lifted up and everything, and they don't have a limit. Okay, we're going to have to nominate for Pollux here pretty quick, too. Public declaration of love. Well, prove me wrong again, Harley. Can't even get your name right. I'm just all full of wrongness today. Sometimes the best way to express your feelings is to trumpet them from the rooftops or on a crowded street, a restaurant, even from the stage. So public declaration of love is very interesting. And you're just researching random stuff, right? Let's just have you do it again. Shit, I mean, I'm probably just wrong. So let's go. Let's have everybody go random. And maybe we'll find some new things. Go ahead. Keep going. 65 days. Training on Silvano. Yeah, it didn't happen. No ceiling lifts for you. Unfortunately. Repeat that, Cornelius. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Forced union. There are other ones here. Supporting characters. Forced union is a supporting character? Huh. A fiance or spouse forced upon the protagonist by their family, tradition, or social pressures. Interesting. I wouldn't have worded it this way. For a character. This is a verb, kind of, sort of thing. I would have made this wordage a theme in our event, but it's fine. Their counterpart may be a good person, but is it what true love looks like? Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Apparently, there's just really bad luck recently that made me think we were done. I guess. Okay, Eye for an Eye is absolutely getting nominated. And I would love it to win Best Film just to rub it in everyone's faces. God, that'd be so great. Down Harbor can come with us too. And let's put Alone in the Ocean. And I'm going to do that. I am. Best Cinematography, same thing. And Last 5 Sunsets, sounds good. And let's put Alone in the Ocean for that one too. That was a pretty good... That film did pretty well too. Okay. So this is for Best Actor. Hence why the other one is not in this list. Because it is, of course, Jane Fisher, who is finally good and hopefully going to win something. Eye for an Eye here. Last 5 Sunsets here. And then the one that has no shot, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Go like that. All right. We want Eye for an Eye. Best Director, Alone in the Ocean. And then we can go... Maybe we'll stick Down Harbor in there just because. All right. Same things here. We're just going to do all the same movies over and over again. Yep. Let's do this one. There we go. Okay. Nominated everything. I like it. Go. Maybe we get best screenplay. Maybe we just clear the board here on this one too, you know? Tripped on Sunday did not come in very well, even though I gave it some good stuff, but it didn't come in very well. Let's go ahead and add security to it. Mr. Martinez. Go ahead and do that. And then also we want to make ourselves protected from the police. I think I'm getting pretty close to wanting to do cinema raids here. I don't know if there's going to be any event that pops up in the next few years for the police. Be nice to have some GP, a little more GP there just in case there's something going on. Just tell Brock to repeat it. It's fine. Wow. Well, we're going to get best film. That's going to happen. We're going to get best cinematography. That's going to happen too. Hey guys, we're going to win best actor as well. We really have a great chance to win best actress. We're going to win best director. And we locked down best screenplay too. Well, how'd it do? I mean, the only category we can lose is best actress. And we got 2 out of 3. A hot dog, Pollux 1945 is going to be sweet, isn't it? Total and complete domination. We've taken over the world, guys. We're going to put 4 years on your contract. That's a lot, though. You know what? I've decided to make this a movie contract. There you go. 5 movies for you. Shaken, not stirred. Here's our big international, our first movie with amazing locations. And I want to see it pinned to 9. It's not there yet. Man, that artistic thing. It's just not happening. I'm wondering what I got to do to get these artistic scores up. I mean, it's got to be something. My cinematographer was outstanding. I had amazing locations. I had a 10-star director. 9s and 9s across the board here. I mean, I didn't have hardly... Is it Edward? Did Edward screw it up? He's at 100 on loyalty and happiness, so he should be punching above his weight class, right? When they have full happiness, they act better than their star. Just like when they're low, they act worse. So I don't know, man. Happiness of the cast and crew says it pumped it up, but it did not get to 9 there. That is disappointing. Because my editors tend to ruin it. so that's why it's disappointing. Edgar, go here. And Theodore. Nope, Raphael, because he's not lazy. The other guy's lazy. Yep, Raphael here. And then amazing, amazing, amazing. And we're just going to see whether or not you guys... Can we improve it? With 9 stars all around there. Accelerated training. So at least now training takes less time, although it's not really all that useful for me. And I guess we'll go cover up traces, even though we'll never have it. That's a lot of influence, but I have a lot to spend. I have a lot of influence. 2,000 days. I'm never going to see the results of that. Beatings, murders, reliable cover. 800 days. I mean, I'm going to see it. It's just very little. I'm not doing anything with security here. I'm not going to really do any of these things. Maybe this for repelling an attack, but like it's still a long time. I'm never going to see the fruit of that labor. Search for without risk of exposure would have been okay, but it's like whatever. Efficient train. Like none of these are going to be done in time. So you know what? You're just going to generate influence points because they're just not going to be done in time. It doesn't matter. Corporate party. I want to see what that looks like as far as like how well it affects my people, but otherwise, again, I'm not really going to have a lot of benefits from any of these things, so generate influence. It's fine. And then let's go over to, where was it? This area here. Well, I can throw a corporate party after the luxurious banquet is done. I want to see what that's like. What does it cost? How well does it work, etc. Aw, Keith passed away. Sudden illness at 42. He's a great composer. Keith Zimmerman. Probably related at some way to, well, that's Hans Zimmer. It's not Zimmerman. Maybe they just dropped the man. It was cleaner, you know? Just drop the man. Just make it Zimmer. All right. See this right here. Eye for an Eye is now sitting here and planning. It's bugged here too. So I don't know what to do about that. It's winning an award, I think, but it's going to be stuck here. I think. That's unfortunate too. I need another composer at some point. But you know what? Let's do Pollux because we are very likely to sweep it. I mean, the only category we can lose is Best Actress. I'm Rudy Rost, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the 13th Annual Pollux Awards. If you're tired of seeing all those saccharine smiles out there in the audience, then let's get this show started. As soon as we start announcing the winners, a lot of those smiles will disappear. It's good. Nothing from Pryor Media, though. All of us are going to be smiling. They said we were nothing, you know? They said we couldn't handle it. We made bad movies. But now look at us, huh? Oh. Oh. Oh? You dicks! You dicks! You sons of bitches! God damn it. It's the only category we can lose. And we did. Just like best film. Oh, man. Like, imagine if we hadn't swept the Pollux the year we did. We've only swept it 1 year. And it was that's it, you know? And when we needed to, we were a boutique at that point. But, like, we've only been able to sweep it 1 year, even when we're completely dominating everyone. They wouldn't give it to Jane Fisher, who would have been a first-time winner. And they didn't give it to frickin' Alice, who still doesn't have an award. I think I play until Alice wins an award. I think that's the term. We play this game until Alice wins something. At least give Eye for an Eye best film so I can have my icing on the cake. Thank you. The film everyone hated wins best film. A+ for everything. It's great. That concludes the Pollux Awards, where we were robbed. Our women were robbed. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next year. Yeah. Yeah, sure you will. Our women got robbed, guys. So much robbing happening there. Fine. It is what it is. Everyone gains experience. And now the luxurious banquet is completed. I pay my taxes of $63 million. Okay, so like, here, get this right. Like last year, I had 300 million after taxes. Okay. Last year. And then this time I've got 389 after almost sweeping the Pollux. I've got 389, but when I pay this after taxes 26. So I really just net 26 million in profit, right? After taxes, which I think is pretty good. That's really great, I think. Keith Brock, you're not that great of a screenwriter. I have better screenwriters that I could hire. I just don't know what their rates will be. So I'm going to say no. And then I'm going to take a look at writers and see if there are writers that are better and cheaper. Joe Double. Better. Not cheaper, but better. Fred Wright. These are both very good writers. Yeah. I think we do this. Studio employees. Let's do this. Screenwriters. You guys are all working on things, though. When you're done, I think everyone from... Yeah, Matthew Zimmerman... So it's going to be Cornelius, Harley Graham, and Keith Brock. When you guys are done doing what you're doing, which is just developing random story elements, right? Yeah, maybe I can't do it while you're doing something. So when you're done, I'm firing you and hiring those other writers. Those 9.9s. Because they're the only ones that are going to be able to really hit that 10 value script that I want. With 10 elements, I need to give a 10 writer for that too, right? And I've got 265 days. So if I can get some 10-star writers, I can actually write some 10-star movies when those scripts are unlocked. Man, this is so close. It's so close to getting that boutique rating. That boutique bonus. All right, let's put a 9 there, 9 here. I know he's lazy, but maybe he'll still do good work. Amazing quality. See if we can't just 0.2 higher on that artistic score, because that's the only thing like holding me back right now. And then I've got this that is just bugged into existence, and I don't know what to do about it, so I can't do anything there. We're definitely going to keep you around, Hammond, but we're going to go a 4-year contract, because again, it doesn't make sense to do any more than that. So there you go. Do I want to set up any more movies? I don't have much left in my drawer. Most of these are crap. Actually, all of these are crap. I think I get rid of all of these. I'm not making any of these. Drink from my skull. Beard ring. That sounds like a trash movie. The sheriff must intervene. Yeah, nah, I'm not going to bother with those either. Let me see. No synopses. Oh, Nellie's being written. And then we have ideas. None of them are promising. so we can just kind of get rid of all of these. At this point, I mean, like, I didn't want to get into writing a whole lot of movies right before we had unlocked the elements, but we have 200 something days. It's going to take a while, so I think we need to write something. It's 265 days until we have more, so we can probably write like 2 scripts. Maybe write 1 script. The day before yesterday. Who knows what happened the day before yesterday? I guess we'll find out. This is going to be a historical drama. And we're going to go about like that with it. We're going to say modern American countryside. Just thinking out loud of what I want things to happen here. We're going to say farm girl. Give me that best actress because I can't seem to win anymore. We're going to have a patriarchal figure. We're going to have a sidekick and a rival. The rival is going to be a man. Sidekick will be a woman. It's going to have some kind of contest like, I can do this. No, you can't. You're just a dumb girl. I'm going to give it to this guy, you know, etc. That kind of thing. And then I'm going to say we get a mentor who's been through this all her life. And she's figured out how to circumvent the patriarchy. We're going to have the hypocrisy of American life should be in here for this story. We should have small town to big time. Doesn't make a lot of sense for this. We can put fragmented narrative in there, but I don't know if this is going to flow with the story. The beginning, middle, and end are intertwined in a sophisticated tangle. It's non-linear structure sharpens. I like it. I've always liked that. I just don't know if it's really this story, but I'm thinking out loud here. Mob War doesn't make sense. Last Brown, that makes sense. Love Triangle doesn't make sense. It's got to be something else in here, right? Something else that's really going to tie this whole story together that I've got thinking in my head here. Social rejection would work. That works, actually, for the story. And then the end of this can be... Everyone learns a lesson. No thanks. Family reunion. No thanks. Star-crossed lovers. I think just protagonist overcomes self-doubt actually makes sense here. Like, all of this actually makes... That actually makes sense. Okay. Selects a screenwriter, which we don't have available because I'm about to redo that. So we're just going to pop that on the shelf for now. And let's throw another one in there. I'm just making these off the top of my head, by the way. I don't have anything planned at all. So it's just kind of like whatever. This one's going to be Looking Glass. Just like thinking of a name, think of a title, figure out what that looks like. This is a thriller science fiction. And I'm going to say it goes an action movie as well. We're going to do 3, let's say 30, 40, 45% thriller, 25% action, 30% sci-fi, and space. And space? Do we do space? Yeah, fine, space. All right, through the looking glass. We're going to say our protagonist in this case is... where do I want to be on this one? Let's go accidental hero against an alien. And we'll have our sidekick because it's just great to have that locked in. We'll have a first victim, maybe a key witness instead. I think key witness is all right. First victim does work. Annoying suitor, someone who is always nagging their beloved for attention. Okay, we could make like a really weird rom-com out of that, maybe. Some kind of comedy for that. I think worried wife could work, but in this case, I'm going to go with damsel in distress. I haven't used that in a bit, have I? Where is it? Right there. I mean, it's locked, so we, it's always fresh, so we should use it. Let's see. So themes and events, I have 4 more tags left to use here. We can have a catchy one-liner. Maybe I'll hold off on that one. That one's okay. Let's have... Yeah, generous profanity. I'm going to switch. I'm going to do some more fragmented narrative. I'm going to pop that in there. Evil transformation makes some sense here. It does look a little bit there. And then I think maybe evil exposed. It's an alien thing. It's not necessarily evil. Antagonist defeated, but evil persists. It's not really like a bad spirits or anything like that. I want to say we just escape. Rescues hostage. That could be cool. Yeah. It's like because the damsel in distress is in there. I think fragmented narrative no longer fits if I'm going to do a rescue. That's not really how that works. Evil transformation I don't think fits either. Now I'm changing my mind on that. Let's do an ancient puzzle instead. You gotta like figure out the mystery to get to where they're hidden kind of thing. And escaping captivity. Is this for someone or anyone? Someone escapes captivity or is planning to. Yeah. Okay, that works. Prison break would work better than ancient puzzle then. We haven't used that in a long time either. Where is it? Prison break, yeah. This flows better. And then I think... I know you guys are loving this. Generous profanity is actually not that fresh, and I want to leave that open for my 10 movies later. So we're going to put nudity in it. Also not that fresh. Also not that fresh. Nah, not that fresh. Okay. We're going to put something else in there. What are we going to put in there, man? I don't know. One last job. Protagonist pulled back. Passes the torch. Knows that his journey is coming to an end. As the story unfolds one way or another, he entrusts the new generation to continue his work. I want to incorporate this into a story. I want to make a movie with this. Yeah. I do. I want to make a movie with this. It's not going to be this one, but I want to make a movie with this. Let's do rescue mission. It just fits. Everything is about rescue. Accidental hero, aliens, got damsel in distress, a witness, a sidekick to help you out, and then like, yeah. Like all of this, the whole bottom row is all themed to work together. So we'll send that to archive as well. I want to make a movie with that element. I'm just not sure what it's going to be. I'm just not really into... let's see how... Well, let's just call it Pass the Torch. Let's just call it Pass the Torch. Let's see. What are we doing here? So... What is the guy passing? What is he turning over? Is he like ruling a kingdom? Like this could be a fantasy movie. I'm thinking like where a king is, you know, passing on like the legacy of his kingdom and like teaching and things like that. Or, you know, not like a Game of Thrones sort of situation, but I'm thinking of like House of the Dragon. I've seen that, at least season 1. And there are moments in that show where, you know, the king does take Rhaenyra aside to kind of like explain to her how the world works in his world, right? And it doesn't necessarily mesh with her very well. It doesn't necessarily something that she agrees with, but he's trying to pass that torch and he's really struggling. He's like, you're not making this easy to choose you, that kind of thing, right? And so I like that. It's definitely a drama kind of thing. I don't think romance necessarily fits in this category. It could work for adventure. It could. Maybe they're going off places and doing things. I'm not necessarily saying it has to be, you know, the kings and queens kind of thing. It's not necessarily a fantasy movie. And now I'm kind of feeling like maybe it's more of a travel movie. We could go 60-40 on this. Maybe we change it up and we go Caribbean. And we go Caribbean and it's a pirate faction instead. So perhaps we do something like a charismatic criminal who is trying to pass down, you know, control of the ship. Now, the Dread Pirate Roberts. Maybe we have an adventure drama that tells the story of the Dread Pirate Roberts. If you know who that is, you're the real one. Okay, you're a real one. In that case, then we would definitely want a square enforcer, or we don't need we really don't need an antagonist for this because it's really all about just turning over control and like teaching his subordinates, that kind of thing. So the mentor could be the guy that's doing that, the true master that's turning it over to our charismatic criminal who is, you know, trying to take over as that. So I like that idea. Sidekick definitely should be in there. Maybe there's another person who is trying to get control of the ship. So we could do something like that. We absolutely want some kind of action in this. There's going to be some betrayal. It's a pirate movie, right? There's going to be some betrayal in this. That makes sense too. Alcohol will definitely play a part in this. I'm thinking a long journey works with the adventure movie part. And I wish I had 10 elements, man. I might actually shelf this movie and wait until I have that extra element to add one thing to it. But maybe that won't be necessary. I don't think the struggle works. The treasure hunt could work, but it's not really where I'm at in this movie. But it works with the pirate theme. It certainly works with that. I'm just not sure it works with the charismatic criminal part. Does the game give me pirate as a protagonist? Gives me warrior, soldier, knights. It doesn't have pirates. So I'm going to say charismatic criminal is the pirate bit. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a big battle scene either. Catchy one-liners could work a little bit here. Memorable phrases could work here. And on the finale for this, we have boy becomes a man. Has a hardened by experience. He grows up and sets aside his illusions. I kind of like this. It's just, it doesn't have all of the elements I'd want. I'd really want one more element in this. I'm gonna pin this in the archive and we can take a look at that later. That movie was what? Pass the Torch? I don't know if I like the name of the movie anymore. I kind of want to change the name of the movie. Looking Glass might even work for that. Just because, like, that's what the pirates use to, like, look ahead, you know? Big ol', do you have glass, right? But it's okay. We'll wait until our writers are available, and then we'll do that. These are all junk, so we're not going to bother with those either. So, my goodness, guys. Okay, so Hollywood Animal. We're still in it, right? I know I've talked about when I'm going to end and all these things, but I'm just there's just unfinished things that I really want to resolve. So for those who are enjoying this, I hope you're not put off by me, you know, I guess it's not really threatening. It's just more like discussing the possibility of ending early. But at this point, I'm still here, okay? I'm still here. It hasn't stopped me yet. And we're going to continue for now. I think I'm going to start doing movie contracts because of the years. Oh, screw it. Keep Tom Stone for a while. 4 more years for Tom Stone. Sure. We'll give him his illegal tendencies too, because we have no other use for those things. And then when it's all done here, after post-production, Shaken Not Stirred actually only gets an 8.2 artistic, but it did well otherwise. So our first Bond-esque movie did really well here. And I think this is actually more Bond-like than either one of these two. Just a little bit more Bond-like. So we'll do that. And we'll put it in Memorial Day. That sounds great. We're not going to get the boutique stuff, but we will get our Behemoth policy bonus. So we're going to get quite a lot of showings here. Let's go almost 30K. And then we can bring this down to like 21 from here. 24, yeah, 24, 19, and let's go 16 here. I mean, we're probably not going to get that many showings, but we don't have a whole lot of movies for this time period, and we are trying to take over the world after all. So we're definitely going to extend advertising through this. It's unfortunately kind of moderately enjoyable for everybody, so a little generic there, but it's okay. And then we'll go in with our dirty tricks. Nelly is going to... Will Nelly pay off debts? $40,000, 100 influence. I like it. We come this way. We can have Fred. No, Edward. You're going to go do the aid for the homeless thing. And then on this side, we want to increase it a little bit more. We'll do the wedding appearance thing. So we'll just have like near guarantees on 3 dirty tricks to really just keep those views going on that movie too. All right. All right, guys. Almost swept the Pollux. Next video, we'll see what happens when the war ends. All right. And then how does that change the landscape as we go? We're not near Paramount yet, but it's going to happen. You know, I think it's around 1948. I forget, but somewhere around there. And obviously no cinemas to buy yet. And eventually they're going to be taken away from us. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.